Buzz. Annyeong everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Buzz, the place where we don't just read the headlines, we talk about what they actually mean, why they matter, and how they make us feel as fans. And today's topic honestly feels unreal, because we're talking about Stray Kids ranking in the top 10 worldwide tours of the year. Yes, worldwide, not K-pop charts, not Asian charts, but global, standing shoulder to shoulder with the biggest names in music history right now. So let's start with the headline itself. According to Billboard's year-end chart, Stray Kids ranked number 10 on the Top Tour 25 list with their world tour titled dominATE. This alone is already huge, but what makes it even more impressive is that they are the highest-ranking K-pop artist on the list this year. Let that sink in for a moment. Out of all K-pop acts touring in 2025, Stray Kids reached the highest position on a global tour ranking measured by ticket sales, scale, and impact. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Look at the artists they are standing next to on this chart. Coldplay, Beyoncé, Kendrick Lamar, and Caesar, The Weeknd, Shakira. These are not just popular artists, these are global icons with decades of industry power behind them. And Stray Kids, a self-producing group that debuted less than a decade ago, are right there in the same conversation. For me personally, this is one of those moments where you realize K-pop is no longer breaking into the global market. It is already there, competing at the highest level. The dominATE tour included 31 concerts across multiple continents. They performed in Hong Kong, 5 cities in Latin America, 10 cities across North America, and 6 cities in Europe. This is not a small selective tour. This is a massive, physically demanding, logistically complex world tour. Anyone who has followed touring schedules knows how brutal this kind of pace can be, especially when you're performing high-energy choreography night after night. What really shocked me when I read the details is this. Out of the 31 performances listed on the chart, 29 took place in mega stadiums. Stadiums, not arenas, not theaters. Stadiums. That alone tells you the level Stray Kids are operating on right now. Stadium tours are something many artists never reach in their entire careers, and Stray Kids didn't just do 1 or 2. They dominated them. They also became the first K-pop artists to perform at a total of 11 stadiums. This is a record that matters, because it's not just about numbers, it's about trust. Stadium bookings require confidence from promoters, from organizers, and from the industry itself. You don't get handed a stadium unless there is solid proof you can fill it. And Stray Kids didn't just fill them, they set new records. One of the most historic moments of the dominATE tour happened at the Stade de France in Paris. They set a new record for the largest K-pop audience ever at that venue. If you've ever seen the Stade de France, you know how massive it is. To imagine tens of thousands of fans singing along to Stray Kids songs in Korean in the heart of Europe is honestly emotional. It shows how music transcends language, culture, and borders. Now let's talk about Pollstar, another major authority when it comes to live music. In October, Pollstar released its global concert tour top 20 list, and Stray Kids ranked second. Second in the world. The only artist ahead of them was Beyoncé. This is not a fan-voted list. This is based on real data, real sales, real performance metrics. When you see Stray Kids placed directly after Beyoncé, it forces even the most skeptical critics to pay attention. Rolling Stone also joined the conversation by publishing an article titled 10 Moments That Defined K-Pop's Greatest Year Ever, 2025. And Stray Kids were heavily highlighted for their achievements. Rolling Stone doesn't hand out praise lightly, especially when it comes to global music history. The article explained that dominATE is the second most successful global tour, and that it also coincided with Stray Kids achieving their first 8 consecutive albums to reach number 1 on the Billboard 200. I want to pause here and give my personal opinion, because numbers are impressive, but context is everything. Stray Kids are not a group built by chasing trends. They didn't follow a safe formula. Their music has always been loud, experimental, sometimes messy, sometimes aggressive, and deeply personal. They write and produce their own songs. They talk openly about anxiety, pressure, identity, and self-worth. For a group like that to reach this level of mainstream global success feels especially meaningful. What I find fascinating is how their touring success reflects their identity. The dominATE tour wasn't just about visuals or spectacle, although those were definitely there. It was about energy, connection, and authenticity. Fans don't just attend a Stray Kids concert to watch, they participate. They scream, chant, cry, and leave feeling like they were part of something intense and real. That kind of emotional connection is what fills stadiums, not just hit songs. Now, I want to ask you something, and I really want you to answer in the comments. Do you think this level of success changes how the global industry views K-pop permanently? Or do you think K-pop artists still have to prove themselves again and again? Because sometimes it feels like no matter how many records are broken, the conversation always resets the next year. Another thing worth discussing is how Stray Kids managed this while maintaining their sound. They didn't suddenly switch to fully English albums or water down their style to appeal to Western radio. Yes, they've grown more confident globally, but they've stayed Stray Kids. In my opinion, that's one of the reasons fans are so loyal. It doesn't feel manufactured, it feels earned. Let's also talk about the physical and mental side of this achievement. Touring at this scale is exhausting. Stadium shows are not just longer, they're heavier in terms of responsibility. One mistake is amplified. One bad night affects tens of thousands of people. And yet Stray Kids continue to deliver consistently across continents. This raises an important conversation about idol health, schedules, and sustainability. As fans, how do we balance celebrating success while also advocating for rest and well-being? I also think about how inspiring this must be for younger K-pop groups. Seeing Stray Kids rank alongside Coldplay and Shakira sends a message that global stages are achievable. Not guaranteed, but possible. It pushes the ceiling higher for everyone. At the same time, I wonder if the pressure that comes with being the first or the highest ranking becomes overwhelming. When expectations rise this high, can artists still enjoy the process? Or does success start to feel like a burden? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Another discussion point is the fandom itself. Stay played a massive role in this achievement. From ticket sales to online engagement to word-of-mouth promotion, fandom culture is a powerful force. But with that power also comes responsibility. How do we support Stray Kids in a healthy way without turning achievements into competition or constant comparison with other artists? For me, this moment feels like a celebration not just of success, but of persistence. Stray Kids didn't explode overnight. They grew step by step, album by album, tour by tour. And now with dominATE, they've carved their name into global music history. So let me know in the comments, which dominATE tour moment meant the most to you? If you attended a concert, what did it feel like standing in that crowd? And if you didn't, did seeing these records change how you view Stray Kids' place in the industry? If you enjoyed this kind of deep conversational discussion, make sure you support Annyeongbuzz by liking the video and sharing your thoughts. Your comments genuinely shape what we talk about next. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next Annyeongbuzz video.